Board Member Mooney?
So just like Member Jensen finished, I think that we've been clarifying again and again the same things, and that instead of just dragging our feet and taking up more time, especially when there's other issues that many students are here for, that we, instead of just going over the same things multiple times, we can just take action and then move on to further items.
Any other comments? Mr. McMahon?
Upon getting further clarification from staff, I'm comfortable with moving forward on this on the motion that was made, and I would be asking as part of the direction in terms of the literature piece that we look at, in fact, looking for a more robust, proactive community involvement piece in regards to the input to the teacher committee that picks the literature books, simply because I think it'll save us a lot of time in the long run, that if we can figure out a way to create a more iterative, proactive approach between the teacher committee and the community that has an opportunity to review the books as they're being reviewed, that we won't end up having a struggle, a big struggle at the end because of lack of access. So that would be my only comment or feedback, is to make sure that we do the best we can to respect the professionalism of the teachers and what they're looking for, but also to make sure that we include the community in that process. But I'd be more than happy to support the motion as written.
All right, I'll call on the other board member, Mooney. I too will support the action. I also, though, want to express my concern that I did last month, the February-March date. I hope this will be done well, and I support Board Member McMahon's comments about an open process as possible. So if it moves to March versus February, I think we owe that to ourselves to make sure all the important work that we have to get done, and it gets done well. Any other board member comments?
Okay, so it appears that the motion now is to actually change the motion that was made earlier to add. No, it's not. Okay, so
it's an additional
it's
motion
to
that
add.
Acts on the rest of the superintendent's recommendations, as I see it.
So
We can do anything we want in terms of motions, to make multiple motions on agenda items. It's not a big deal.
okay, so we already have lesson 9, and so then that has been taught this year. So in regards to next year, lesson 9 would not be taught until we have curriculum that goes to all of our protected classes. Is that, I mean, we apparently need time.
I'm respecting the motion that Tracy made, and that's what the motion is. Yes.
That it won't,
Yep.
that it will be taught or it won't be taught.
It's based on those conditions.
Can I restate my motion? Would that
Sure.
would that be helpful?
That would be helpful.
Okay. I move that lesson number 9 remain in force until and unless there is replacement curriculum as developed by the superintendent and adopted by the school board. That's it. Simple.
And your motion also included adopting links to literature, as I recall, for K-5.
We've put in place links to literature, but as I understand it, that isn't in using links to literature, thank you, that we retain the lesson 9 unless and until we retain lesson number 9 along with links to literature unless and until a replacement curriculum that addresses the other protected classes and includes LGBT families and students is put into play, recommended by the superintendent and adopted by the school board.
All 6, and just so are we clear?
We need the motion reread by Kathleen, obviously, it seems like.
Just for clarification, make sure I got this right. So the motion is that lesson 9 remain enforced along with links to literature until and unless there is a replacement curriculum that includes LGBT as developed by the superintendent and adopted by the board. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So just, can I clarify? I believe per the superintendent's recommendation, we're going for all 6 protected classes, the book list, for lack of a better term, that's on the side.
I highlighted one particular.
Right. So I'm correct, correct?
Thank
you. All right. Mr. McMahon, was that your
That was my second.
second?
My second.
So do we have clarity on the motion? Then I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Opposed.
So it passes 4-1. Okay, any other, so clarification needed? We're moving to F7. Board
would you- I'm
committee
sorry.
assignments. Go ahead, Matt Jensen.
Would you just point out that the links to literature is available and anyone can view it, and there is at least one copy available in the assistant superintendent's office in the school district?
Yes, all the materials remain in my office. I'm in room 209 of Historic Alameda building, and they are available approximately 8 o'clock to 4:30 every day, if not longer.
So as people wander out, the next item is board committee assignments and also representation. So are there any board members that wish to change any of their assignments or committees? I'll ask it first that way.
I'd like to move to the discipline subcommittee from, I guess, the AEF.
I want to retain my, the Alameda Collaborative, it's kind of a, I want to retain